Welcome to Mike Peters' Amazing World of Toys. This time I wanted to look at Airfix Quickbuild, their Supermarine Spitfire and their Messerschmitt 109. And the reason, well, I actually bought these Quickbuild models when they first came out, these two. And the reason I bought them was, I just wanted to show you that I took these down off my shelf. This is this kit I built in and painted and everything back in 1982 when I was 14. This one I'm not sure when I actually made it and when I built it, but it's, both of them, when they came down from the shelf, they're very dusty and, sorry, but when they came down, both of them suffered damage. It's not, it's not fatal. I'll fix it back up before they go back on the shelf. Oh, the other thing I just wanted to point out here as well, the walrus is actually sitting on the Mabachi motors from my Zeroid collection. I'll share that in another video, but yeah, anyway, so going back to the Quickbuild models, so when these came out, I really just bought them just as out of interest to have a look at them and just see how they worked. I just wanted, actually, if we go back to this view, I just wanted to point this one out as well. This is another construction toy aircraft that I'll talk about, but anyway, we'll go back to the Quickbuilds. So Airfix actually call them, I looked at their website because I wanted to check how they actually describe the Quickbuilds, and it says Airfix Quickbuild is an exciting range of simple snap together models suitable as an introduction to modelling for kids ages 6 and up, or as a bit of construction fun for the more experienced modeller. And that's fine, but I just wanted to point out that they called them snap together. So if you were looking at the website and you're my age and you didn't buy one, or maybe even a bit younger than me, when you hear snap together, you think of something else actually Airfix had, and it was, quite horrible. It was snap together models, and the reason that they were horrible was they were, I think they were reverse engineered to become snap together models. They were existing model kits that they made snap together by reverse engineering them, whereas these are actually totally different. These are actually made, if we take one apart, just a little bit of it so you can see, yeah, it's in color and everything. But I don't really want to talk so much about the construction of them, more of them as a toy. Anyway, so yeah, it looks like when you take it apart, can you see? It looks like Lego. It's got studs and they fit together. But what the thing that I love about them actually now, and why I really wanted to talk about them, is they've kind of had a renaissance in my eyes, because I looked at them differently. So when I got them first, I thought, oh, they're like a model, because they were kind of introduced to me as an idea of introducing younger people to the hobby of building model kits. And what was quite interesting when I looked at this again, and I also looked at James May's Toy Stories, where he was talking to young people about making model kits, and not many of them did. A few of them did, but what they really didn't like was the time that it took. But these really don't take any time at all, because they go together like Lego, like a Lego kit. And the reason that I bought the other one, the other model for you, this is made by a company called Cobi, C-O-B-I. And it really is like Lego. It's like a Lego kit. But when I say it's like Lego, I mean their bricks and everything are really high quality. They really are. And the reason that I bought it was because obviously Lego don't really make anything that's related to war or historic, like war aircraft or anything like that, so that have been used in war, and so that's fine. So Kobe actually make tanks and aircraft, and I think when they started, they were looked on as toys, but now more and more collectors collect them, like people who like military things, military aircraft and vehicles, collect them. But they are, in my eyes, they're actually more of a toy like Lego, whereas this, actually, when you put it together, it doesn't look like the Kobe model. It's not quite, you can see it, it's a mosquito, but it's not quite, it's not quite right. Whereas this has got the absolute lines of the Spitfire, and this, we'll bring this one into view as well, and the Messerschmitt too. They really do capture the lines, and it's really cleverly constructed so that you can see the lines of the camouflage actually are they're separate pieces of plastic that fit together. So yeah, I think, and what I was really interested in, and why it was really fantastic about the playability of it, is that actually when I was taking it down to put on the desk to photograph it, I actually dropped it, and my heart sank for a moment, and then I realised, well, it's not the same as like the model kits. If you drop those, they do break into 1,000 pieces, and you can fix them back together. But this, it was put together in like as many minutes as it took to say, as quickly as it took to say that. So it's really playable. And what I realised too was if Airfix had the technology to produce these kits, and what I wanted to talk about was something that it's funny now. It sounds really funny talking about this to my niece and nephew, but it was to film the Battle of Britain, and that was 1969 that was released, but it must have had its first terrestrial showing, and I think it was the same as, there was a couple of films that really stuck in my memory. One of them was the Battle of Britain, and the other one was the Italian Job, and both of them, when they were shown at the weekend, and the following week at school, it's all you could talk about was, in the Italian Job, it was the minis chasing through the tunnel, but in the Battle of Britain, it was the scene where the German gets shot and his goggles fill up with blood. Oh, that's what everybody was talking about. But my point is, if we'd had these at the time, oh my goodness me, we would have loved these in the playground to play the Battle of Britain. Because you couldn't take a model kit to school, it would just get destroyed. Whereas these now, another thing that I think, if the technology had been around, how they would have, Airfix would have probably marketed them back in the day was, because the toys were a little bit more aggressive, I think, when I was growing up. They would have definitely, flying them together, smashing aircraft, and you can rebuild them again after they've smashed up. But that's just me fantasizing how we would have played with them when we were kids back then in the day. But no, they really are. They are scale models. I think they work out on some websites. They talk about in 1/43 scale, but I don't know, 1/50th. Who knows? 1/43. But they don't look like they're made from blocks, but that like Lego, because they're not really. And it really that. It's a one-off construction. It's not like you could make it into anything other than the Spitfire or the Messerschmitt. And the Kobe kit is, I don't know, it's kind of the same. It's not really, it's different to Lego. But I think they're really the Quickbuild. Yeah, they're very, not that I'm advertising for Airfix or anything, but now the downside of the Quickbuilds is these are stickers. They're vinyl. Now they are pretty good in that when it breaks apart, or if it comes apart, they'll, you can put them back on the model quite well. But the Kobe, I don't know if you can see on there. You can just see it there, that little roundel there. They're actually everything's printed on there, all the pieces. So I don't know. That would be wonderful if Airfix would print these on rather than, and it would be really, I don't know how easy it is to do. But yeah, that would make a huge difference. But it's not the end of the world. The vinyl stickers are fine, and the fact that you can place them and replace them is kind of makes it. It's handy. But a really great toy, and actually a really nice model. A really nice little desk model, I think they make, and cheaper than the Aviation Archive, which is all part of the Airfix Hornby family. Yeah, cheaper, and also not as heavy, so if it falls off the sideboard or whatever, it's not gonna, or somebody picks it up to look at it, that's not going to do as much damage. I don't know, they're interesting models. Anyway, that's enough for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I want to thank all my existing subscribers. Anybody new to the channel or new just to watching this, just to let you know, I have a competition at the moment running for new subscribers to the channel. And you'll be entered into a competition to win Jerry Sylvia Anderson model from Space 1999. Yes, so thanks very much for joining me this time. Take care, stay safe, and keep collecting, and I'll see you next time. Bye.